Good morning, Cole Canyon Coyotes. Welcome to our Friday Flag video. In fact, it's the last one of the 2023 calendar year. Whether you're a student or a staff member, like I say each week, thanks for tuning in. We will hope that these videos are informative and fun for you. But let's start this one with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Hey guys and girls, since the Thanksgiving break, we have had 3 strong weeks prior to our winter break. Thank you for working hard and striving to be a hero these last 15 days. I'm proud of all of us. Enjoy the 3 weeks off with family and friends. Enjoy those holidays. We'll see you back in 2024. But first, we have Dr. Wheeler with a special message that she has each week. Take it away, Dr. Wheeler.
Good morning, everyone. During this holiday season, I want to take a moment to share something with each of you. This time of year is not just about twinkling lights or presents, it's about the beautiful things that happen inside of our hearts. I've seen firsthand the incredible acts of kindness, the contagious spirit of generosity, and the genuine care that you show for one another throughout the year. And during this holiday season, I want to emphasize just how important these traits are. Gratitude, for instance, is a powerful force. It's about recognizing the good in our lives, big and small, and it's about appreciating what we have and who we have in our lives. Sometimes it's the simplest things that bring the biggest smiles. Taking a moment to ask someone how they're feeling, listening when someone needs to talk, or simply being there for a friend in need. It's about creating a community where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. So as we celebrate this holiday season, let's carry these traits in our hearts. Remember, it's not just about the presents we give or receive, it's about the presence we have in each other's lives. Together, we can make this holiday season truly magical by embodying these wonderful traits. Thank you for being shining examples of kindness, gratitude, and care. Your goodness makes our school a brighter place, not just during the holidays, but every single day. Wishing you all a wonderful holiday season filled with joy, love, and the beauty of these incredible character traits. Now to Mr. Zanartu.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Wheeler, and good morning, Coyotes, students and staff. As you all know, every Friday Flag video, we get the chance to recognize the students in grade levels who have earned that hero shout out from their teacher. So those students are going to be, again, those people who are helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding. So let's get started. Mrs. Eisinger's class, congratulations to Ireland. Mrs. Miller's class, Taran and Juliana. Mrs. Gordon's class, Callahan. Moving on to first grade, Mrs. Cron's class, Preston. Mr. Reagan's class, Adam and Hadley. Mrs. Stringer's class, Adelina. And Espinosa's class, Alessandro. Moving on to second grade, Mrs. Manzela's class, Cassandra. Mrs. Garrity's class, Julia. Mrs. Gonzalez's class, Sadie. Mrs. Silva's class, Yandel. Mrs. Tope's class, Cozy. Mrs. Hewitson's class, Ethan. Mrs. Hess' class, Gus Nuno. Mrs. Levin's class, Atlas. And in Mrs. Hartley's class, Angel. Moving on to fourth grade, in Mrs. Calvio Murray's class, Maxton. In Mrs. Trujillo's class, Brentley. Mrs. Ariana's class, Cooper. Mrs. Schroeder's class, Xander. And in Mr. Pacey's class, Kennedy. Finally, in fifth grade, from Mrs. Hemrick's class, Isaac. From Mrs. Mirandi's class, Presley. From Mrs. Greenstein's class, Clara. Mrs. Bethke's class, Trent. Mrs. Reagan's class, Lorelei. And last and definitely not least, from Mrs. Bryan's class, Kian. Huge congratulations to all those who earned that weekly shout out. These names, of course, will be entered in that monthly drawing at the next Friday Flag, which will be when we come back. Now let's go ahead and send it over to Mr. Shaw to close us out.
Hey, thank you, team. Great messages there. Great shout outs to those heroes. We hope these Friday videos encourage you to make good choices, model appropriate behavior at all times, and be part of our dynamic community of lifelong learners. Have a great 3 weeks off. Enjoy that time with family and friends. We will see you back, students, on Tuesday, January 9th. Take care, everyone.